All right, guys, Alt did it again last night on the top row. 3 cards over $100,000 in the aggregate. We've got Luka, we got Kobe, we got Steph. Stay tuned to see those cards. This is your weekly, every Friday morning, Alt Weekly Review Preview, where we're going to look at the cards that sold last night on Alt. On the auction that ended on June 5th, Thursday. We're going to look at the cards that sold that had Michael Jeffrey Jordan on the cover of the card. So we're going to look at the best Jordan sales from last night on the Alt Weekly auction. And then lastly, we're going to look at the cards that are available for bidding right now. And you've got about 6 days left that end next Thursday, June 12th. We're doing it the same way we always do it. Tried and true. Enjoy the video. Stay tuned till the end so you can see some of these great cards that are ending next week, including a Tier 1 Michael Jordan Gem Mint card that is already blowing away comps, and we've got 6 days left. My guess is it's going to break an all-time record. One of the most important Michael Jordan basketball inserts from the 90s. Enjoy the video. Stay tuned till the end. Thanks for watching. Hit the like button if you liked the video. Hey guys, Bryan with Cajun Cardboard coming at you from the great state of Louisiana with your Alt Review Preview. Before we get started, real quick, let me pay some bills. I wanted to bring your attention to this new feature that Alt has offered called the Snap to Sell. If you're a cash flow person who can't manage your cash flow and you need quick cash early, this is not necessarily the way I do things, but it is a great option for those of you that are a little less liquid, a little cash strapped. You can snap a photo of a particular card, a graded card that you would like to submit to sell on Alt. Just take a picture of it on the Alt app with your phone. Let me get you over to screen share, sorry. Take a picture of the card with your phone, you submit your photos, and then you request Alt to send you an estimate. Within one business day, within 24 hours, they're going to give you an estimate of the value of your card. You know, you may think the card's worth $10,000. Maybe they send you an estimate it's worth $10,500 or $9,500 or something like that, but you'll get an estimate back for the card that you took a picture of with your Alt app, your card in your possession. You'll review your estimate within that one day. You'll get a cash advance up to 75% of the valuation. That sounds crazy to me, but that's what Alt's offering. Great for us, scary for me, scary for them, but that's what they're offering. 70% cash advance is the offer, and that offer expires. You have 48 hours to accept that offer. If not, it's considered rejected. Ship and get paid. Once your cards are received by the vault, then you get your cash advance automatically deposited into your Alt account so you can go and bid. Where does this come in handy? It comes in handy if you see a card in an auction that you really, really want that ends in, let's say, 12 days. Remember, these Alt auctions are 14 days. You really want to bid on that card, but you don't have the damn money. You got the money, but it's in the shape of a card that you want to sell. Take a picture of that card with your Alt Snap to Sell on the Alt app. Send it to them. Get an evaluation in one day. Like the evaluation, say, you know what, I'm going to do it. Now I got the money to go bid on this card that I really want in this upcoming Alt auction. You accept the estimate, you send your card in. When that card hits your vault, you get 70% of your value. Of course, your card is going to auction and you'll get the rest of the money later, but they'll advance you 70% and now you got your money to go bid on the next card. Once your cards are received in the vault, you get that cash put in your account and now you can use it to bid. Your cards will be run in the Alt auctions and you'll receive the remaining balance. Remember, they advanced you 70% or up to 70%. Let's say they advanced you 60%. You'll get the remaining money over and above that 60% once your card actually sells at the auction. But the beauty of it is you got to bid on that card that ended before your auction did, and so you get the card that you want. That's the Alt Snap to Sell. Here's what they accept: SGA, BGS, BVG, SGA, I thought he was a point guard for the Thunder. BGS, BVG, SGC, CGC, CSG graded cards through the Snap to Sell feature. Factory sealed cards also work, but you got to communicate with the team. So that's that. Let's pay those bills and let's get cranking. Here we go. We are going to look at the top 18, 21 cards that sold last night on alt. We've seen a bunch of these sell. In fact, there's going to be 2 of them. Let's start with the 2 white sparkle Anthony Edwards. They sold for $52.31 and $53.40. We saw 2 of these sell last week also, and it wasn't the same cards. And not surprisingly, timing is everything, right? When we're selling sports cards, they're down a few $100 from the last 2 sales. These 2 sold on alt in last week's auction for $57 and $56. These 2 sell for $52 and $53. We sort of, if you had made me guess, I would have guessed they would have sold for less. Here's a card that brings a tear to my eye. Giannis Antetokounmpo, soon to be a Spur, Rocket, Miami Heat, New York Knicks, Laker, Utah Jazz. I don't know where the guy's going, but I don't think he's going back to Milwaukee. This is a $5,528 sale for one of Giannis's best chromium rookie cards. It is up a little bit from the last sale, down a little bit from April, down a little bit from April. $55.28 is what that one sells for last night. Remember, this is back when silver meant something. There's only 87 of these out there. Gold Contenders, Optic Autograph, Chet Holmgren. This is a 10-10, sold for $56.10. We got a LeBron James Ultimate Commitment patch from Ultimate Collection. This is serial number 10, 7.5. The auto is only an 8, so that's going to result in a pretty bad grade. And if you want to zoom in there, you could tell that auto is not great. That's going to affect the value of your card in a deleterious manner for sure. BGS 10, true LeBron James flagship chrome rookie card, just the base card, but in a BGS 10, $6,000 for this card. That's actually a really, really good sale. That's up from December. That's up from February. That's all the way back to December 4th of 2004 when it sold for $63.01. LeBron cards, god dang, he's happy. Chill out, LeBron. It's not that great. Down 1%. Natalia says basketball cards are still plugging along, up 1.5%. Kobe Bryant, Panini Flawless Team Autograph Emerald, serial number 5 autograph, does $6,300 in a BGS 9. And now we get our first sighting of Michael Jordan, but he is wearing like a Riddell t-shirt with no logo on it, which is sort of a bummer. And this is why I don't dig the unlicensed stuff personally. It's just me. But it is a true autograph, and it is Michael Jordan. It is a 10. The autograph is a 10. It's bold and blue. It looks great. But this card sold for $65.04. I don't think that card's ever sold, so we'll hit the bell. That's an all-time record. Of course, Michael Jordan cards doing quite well, up 7.4%. over the last 90 days, according to the Alt Index. We've got a 2022 Flawless Vertical Patch Autograph Ruby Paolo Banchero, serial number to 15. Been sort of quiet on the Paolo Banchero front. A lot of people are in a holding pattern with him, waiting to see if he pops, when he pops. An unceremonious ending to the season for the Orlando Magic. As it turns out, Jalen Suggs, who's one of the top 50 highest paid players in the NBA, is the straw that stirs the drink for the Orlando Magic, because once he went out, they had little spurts where Banchero was out. Then they had a little stint where Wagner was out, and they weathered the storm just fine. But once Jalen Suggs was out, it was lights out, and they were not the same team. So shockingly, not the same team without Jalen Suggs. That Paolo Banchero does $72.01. Michael Jordan, BGS 9.5, Trilogy, Autofocus. Not a great autograph here either, for sure. That is definitely not a great autograph. Graded a 9. That's generous. I don't know. It's ironic that it's called autofocus because it's not focused at all. It's actually very faded. But it's a Pop 16. This one does $75.01. I wouldn't even, $75.11 compared to the last sale of $10,800, which was also an autograph 9. I guess it just depends on the card. I don't know. But it's a great looking card for sure. Pop 16 for that, BGS 9.5 right there. How about a dual logo man? I think we talked about this in the preview last week. 2 guys that I just loved watching, right? They're not going to finish high on the list of the greatest of all time for various reasons. Their careers weren't the longest. Steve Francis, who did most of his damage down in Houston, and then, of course, Tracy McGrady, who did damage all over the NBA. Not so much in Toronto, but Orlando, Houston, etc. 2004 Skybox Fresh Ink dual logo men. It's called Fresh Ink. Are there autographs on here? I don't think there's autographs on there, but it's called Skybox Fresh Ink for whatever reason. I don't know. But that card does $8,000. A Kobe autograph from Exquisite 2008, serial number to 24, does $82.98. A Shaq 1 of 1 Black Prism, which is rare. There's only so many of these out there, guys. $8,416. I don't think that card's ever sold. It has, and this is the all-time record. Shaq cards, by the way, in case you haven't noticed, primarily is 90 stuff, but this Black Prism obviously is moving in the right direction as well. Up What is that? $1,600 over 2021 prices. I did not have that on my bingo card. The Shaq cards are doing really well, specifically the 90s Shaq stuff over the last 90 days, 6 months to a year, honestly. Shaq stuff is really hot right now. It's doing great. In a 2019 Flawless, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, not a rookie. This is second year Shai. Serial number to 25, does 13,100. We've got a Star Swatch Signatures Emerald Tim Duncan. This is a great looking card. This card is begging to be put in a BGS or a PSA slab. 13,646. That is an all-time record, because I don't think the card's ever sold, but what a patch that is. Green and red, Christmas colors. BGS 9, serial number to 10, gold parallel. Rookie patch auto from National Treasures for Jalen Brunson, does 16,267. That is probably more than the 1,500 that card sold for back in 2022. And despite the fact that they've been bounced, and maybe there's just not been enough time to react to them getting bounced from the playoffs and Thibodeau getting fired, Jalen Brunson cards are doing quite well over the last 90 days. I wonder what they're doing over like the last 9 days or last 7 days, right, since they got bounced. I don't know, but that card did really well. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, 2018 Select Courtside Gold. Back when Courtside was really a big deal. 2017, 2018, Courtside was pretty rare stuff. This is the gold serial number to 10. Does 16,950. It's a Min Gem Pop 3. That is the all-time record. Just look how much you could have made as an investor type on this card, even if you had gotten in only in like November of 2023, right? $4,000. The card sold last night for $16,950. Again, Pop 3. There is a PSA 10 out there. A card that I featured, and I had the privilege of posting an Instagram reel on this card as well. I'm sorry, this card just hits. We're going to zoom in on this one. This is the Shai Gilgeous-Alexander 2018 Immaculate Collection 8.5. It's got the Nike swoosh. It's serial numbered to 3. You had a 1 in 3 chance of it being jersey number, but this is number 1 out of 3. Of course, 2 out of 3 would have been the one to hit, but 1 out of 3 is cool as well. Autograph is a 10. The card sold for $18,600, which is not even, it's not even in the same world as the last sale, which was $3,000 back on January 11th, 2023. And then we got a Michael Jordan Upper Deck Superstar Signatures Athlete of the Century. This is a serial number to 23 card, and it is hand serial numbered, which always really just hits home with me. Autographed, hand serial number 9. Oh, that's Olympic jersey number. They should put Olympic jersey number on here. Serial number 9 out of 23. The card is only authentic, and that is the all-time record because we haven't seen one of these sell yet. Again, there's only 23 of them out there, and the autograph is what really rules the day on that card. And then here we are on our top row. We've got a Steph Curry Star Swatch Signatures that looks a lot like the Tim Duncan, but this is not the Emerald. This is the serial number to 25, but it's a great color match. The card's silver, blue-white jersey. It just really does hit really, really well. BGS 9.5 Pop 1, $22,849 for that Steph Curry, like 16th year card. That's a humongous number for that card. And then I know everybody really, gets loosey-goosey, all the Kobe collectors, when they see these for whatever reason. The 2009 National Treasures Notable Nicknames cards, and of course it's Kobe Bryant with the Black Mamba inscription under it, which he was affectionately known as. This is an autograph copy, but the autograph is a 10. It is authentic only, and it is a $34,000 sale. I wonder what like a PSA 8 sold for. No, we don't have anything. PSA 9, $38,000 in 2024, and here we are, 7-8 months later, it's selling for $34,000, and this is just an authentic. Of course, the card and the autograph and the inscription means everything, so we'd have to look a lot closer at that. And then the big winner is going to be a true RPA for Luka Doncic, and this is a card that would have been $250,000 probably, or something silly like that in 2021. Now it's $51,000. The card is askew in the case. I think you can just ship that off and get that tidied up, or get it graded by PSA, whatever you choose to do. But this is a card that's been doing really well lately. Look at the last 4 sales. And this is going over a 2-year period. $40,000, $43,000, $48,000 last night. Culminated and crescendoed in a $51,181 sale. That is really, really impressive. The 9.5 is the one that everybody pines for, and that one sold for $90,000. That's the card last night was the big winner, $51,000 for Luka Doncic. Like I said, about $100,000 worth of cards on your top row last night in the alt weekly auctions. Remember, these auctions end every Thursday. Set your phone as for a reminder at like 3 p.m. on Thursday. Hey, don't forget to go check out the alt auctions. Look for my favorite player, look for my PC, look for my set pieces, look for my 90s grails, whatever the case may be. Let's get my bids in because those always end. The 14-day auction, but they end always on Thursday evenings. What about the Jordan stuff? What about the Jordan stuff, Cajun? Tell me about the Jordan stuff. Well, we saw it, those 3 autos. We got a PSA 7 Jordan Fleer rookie that does 51.56. And here's a card that you're never going to mind having in a gold label, gold BGS 9.5, because it's a gold card, and so that label match really does look really good. The card's not as rare as most people think it is who collect 90s cards. If you just kind of look behind the curtain, this is not as rare as people think. The electrifying actually is quite populated. And it's 167 pop in 9.5, and there's 90 PSA 10s. So over 250 of these things out here in gem mint condition. $38.40 last night is what the card sold for. That's a really good sale. The last 4 sales, 31, 42, 36, 38. So a really, really good sale for a minimum gem copy of that electrifying. And that, of course, is a Michael Jordan hierarchy card. And again, I want to reiterate the hierarchy, Jordan hierarchy posters produced by yours truly with the help of many of the best ever to do it in the hobby and in the world of Jordan collecting. Those posters, those 2 by 3 foot posters are still available. I have them in inventory. You can order them. The details on how to order those posters are in the description to this video and every video that I ever do. And by the way, now another call to action. Do me a favor, hit the like button on this video if you're still watching. If you're 20 minutes in and you're still watching, then you must like what we're doing here. How about this Jordan right here? Exquisite masterpiece autograph. Looks like a booklet thing. BGS 9.5 Carolina Jordan right there. That's a pop too. Has that ever sold? Yeah, it has, but that's an all-time record. $37.80 for that right there, for that BGS 9.5 Jordan autograph masterpiece. Another Jordan booklet, so 2 in a row. I wonder if this is the same consignor. Oftentimes when you see cards that are very unusual but similar show up in one auction, it's somebody decided to get out. This BGS 9 black booklet with, it looks like Jordan and Magic autograph, serial number to 40, does 3,030. How about this? You couldn't afford the 9.5? Okay, let's drop down to the 9. You couldn't afford the 9? Okay, let's drop down to a PSA 8. We got 2 more electrifying selling for $21.60 and $16.93. We've got a Jordan patch card, BGS 9, good looking card right there. Serial number to only 23 from 2008 Upper Deck Legacy memorabilia. And then a Jordan hierarchy card again, the 1996 Bowman's Best Cuts refractor. Best Cuts, why? Because it's a die cut in the bottom right of the card. This is a PSA 8. This card has a greening concern. This one looks really good to me. I don't know. I never seem to get this right, and everybody thinks I'm crazy, but this one, the color, the clarity looks really, really good to me. This PSA 8 did $786. Not a great sale, not a terrible sale. Down a lot from the last sale of $973, but up from March of 2024. Again, this is a card probably most people are looking for in maybe BGS 9, PSA 9. These cards are not as populated as one would think. There's not quite as many of those out there, maybe 200 or so graded, something like that. So good pickup right there for under $1,000 for that PSA 8 refractor. Again, remember there's an atomic version, and so that's going to be the one that's really the driver of the big prices. And then a card that's more rare than people realize, Pop 150 and PSA 8. This is the apparitions, really hard to find in a PSA 10. Most people will have to settle for a PSA 9 or a BGS 9. 2 BGS 9.5s, 2 PSA 10s. How many fingers am I holding up? 4. That's 4 gem mint copies of this damn card in the world. Good luck finding one. I'm happy with my PSA 9. $463 last night for the PSA 8. That's about on the number. $480, $514, $550. It's probably a $450 to $550 card right there. And then in Fuego with no subgrades, which is, you know, gross. I don't know who did it. I don't know who the culprit is. But don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe. Don't ever buy a BGS 9.5 without subgrades unless you intend to send it in and have the subgrades added. And by the way, I don't know what that costs. That would be my next question is, how much does it cost if I just send my card into BGS and say, hey, just put the subgrades on there? Do they have to regrade it? Do they charge you full price? Could it come back a BGS 9? I don't know the answers to these questions. Maybe one of you guys can put it in the comments. 97EX 2001. This is a base card that looks like it looks like an insert. It's just a really gorgeous looking base card. This card sold for $215. Guess how much the PSA 10 sells for? Again, I want to remind you, this is a base card. PSA 9, $215. I'm about to welcome you to the world of Michael Jordan card collecting. PSA 10 sold for $10,000 in February, sold for $6,900 last sale. So how many times does 200 go into 10,000? It's somewhere around 45 or 50 times X to go from PSA 9 of 215 to the 10,000 for the PSA 10, although the last PSA 10 did sell for $6,900. And then a nice little card that I like. I just love that, we get these comments all the time. I do on my channel because I talk so much about collecting Michael Jordan basketball cards. It's just too late. The ship has sailed. We can't get into Michael Jordan card collecting. And I say, you know what? Forgive my language, but that's bull malarkey. This is a unbelievably beautiful Michael Jordan Stadium Club. Look at this card. Hard court heroics, foil surface, awesome script, real cool pattern in the background, beautiful image of Jordan shooting an up and under layup, wearing, the retros and the bright red Bulls, Jordan across the bottom, brand new PSA label, a freaking $100. $100. If you don't think you can get into collecting Michael Jordan cards right now because the prices have left you in the dust, that's a bunch of crap. Because I know Harvey Penix or Bo Nix or whatever all these guys' names are, Tuo Tagovailoa, all these dudes, I know y'all are paying hundreds of, if not thousands, if not tens of thousands of dollars prospecting on quarterbacks. How about just buy the least risky investment in all of the hobby? Buy Michael Jordan cards. All right, there's my pump. There's no dump at the end of it. There's no dump at the end of it. It's just a pump. All right, what's available next week? I told you, I teased it. I said there's a tier 1 Michael Jordan hierarchy with one of the greatest Michael Jordan inserts of all time, 1 in 10,000 plus pack odds. If you have the hierarchy poster, flip it over and you can see exactly what the pack odds are. This is the Michael Jordan Skybox Jambalaya, and if there's not a more recognizable card in the hobby, I wouldn't be surprised. This is a minimum gem, and it is already at $40,000, and that does not include the buyer's premium. So you're looking at a card that's already at $50,000. I do have a dog in this hunt. I own that card. I own it in that grade with better subgrades, so I am watching this one very, very keenly. It is doing really big things. There's already 44 bids on this card. Shout out to the great Dan Issel, ABA legend. This card has 44. Wait, I thought it said, it's a Pop 44. I'm sorry, Pop 44. Shout out to Dan Issel. 20 bids on the card. Shout out to Gary Payton on that one, the glove. This card is just as awesome as it gets, man. It doesn't get any better. The back of the card is oftentimes where you'll see the centering issues and maybe some edge chipping. This one looks pretty damn good. You'll have to get in there and do your own dirty work and due diligence on this card. I can't look at the conditions for you. Right behind it, we've got a 2003 Authentic Signatures Jordan BGS 1010, an 87 Fleer 10, which I don't have a copy of. This is second year Fleer Jordan card number 59 in a PSA 10, $11,000 and counting on that one. And more Star Swatch stuff. I know some people out here collect these things. That's Steph Curry patch autograph, serial number to 15. Topps Lou Alcindor's second year. It's also a tall boy, but it's his second year, not his rookie. PSA 9 is a ridiculous grade. What in the hell? Okay, there's one PSA 10. This is a PSA 9 Pop 37. This one is going to slay. This card right here, I'm telling y'all right here, this card is going to murder next Thursday. When I do the review, we're going to be looking at this card at or near the top, maybe not at the top because we got a Jordan Jambalaya, but this card is going to be in the top 10 for sure. As a Pop 37 second year Kareem, vintage collectors have to be salivating over this card right here, knowing that it's damn near impossible to get the PSA 10, which I don't even have any data on the 10. I was hoping we could see what the 10 sold for, but we can't. Logo Man Auto for Quickly. That's a pretty cool card right there. $7,500. A Chris Paul 2005 exquisite rookie patch autograph jersey. It's a PSA 9. It's a 10 for the card, and that is a really good looking autograph patch. It just kind of brings back tearful memories of when he was here down in the Big Easy in New Orleans, Louisiana, doing things for the Pelicans back in the day, or the Charlotte Hornets, I should say. 2004 SPX Jordan jersey auto is available. How about a Kobe Bryant 2003 Essential Credentials Future? This is the throwback. This is the retro. Serial number to 94. $5,500 for that Kobe right there. A Mojo auto rookie Luka Doncic from 2018 Prism. Serial number to 25. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. Jalen Green. I'm kidding. This is a Jalen Green 1/1 white sparkle. I get confused. I don't know a damn thing about these white sparkle things, man. But this is a white sparkle 1/1. I thought white sparkles were like redemptions, but apparently in 2021, they were in packs. I don't know. Can somebody help me here? This is Jalen Green, 47.05 for that one. Jordan BGS 8 rookie card at 46.50. These were impossible to grade. BGS 9.5 Min Gem, 2003 Bowman Chrome Gold Refractor with an awesome image of Kobe going up, and around the big ticket. Kevin Garnett. Really like this card. Really like the image of Kobe's face on this one. Serial numbered 44 out of only 50. This card is at 41.01 and counting. Kobe card's doing quite well over the last few days. And it wouldn't be an auction without a Shai Gilgeous-Alexander blue color match prism. This one is serial numbered 3. Oh, missed it by 1 out of 199. And then we've also got a 1/1 Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. If you want to make sure that you're buying the rare stuff, here's a chance. A 1/1 SGA PSA 9 Donruss Optics Series Black autograph card. And that's it, guys. That does it. Don't forget to use that snap to sell feature. If you see one of these cards and you love it, and you're like, you know what? I got to get that Kobe Gold 2003 Bowman Chrome Gold Refractor. It's at $4,100. It's probably going to go for $8,000. I don't know. I'm making a number up. But I've got this Michael Vick, rookie card over here that I think is worth $10,000. Yeah, I took that name at random. If you want to get access to quick cash, you don't have cash sitting in your bank to go get the Kobe, snap a picture of that Michael Vick using the Alt app. Send it in as long as it's in a graded slab. Send it in. Get an estimate. Send the card in. You'll get an advance up to 70%. Not a guarantee, but up to 70%. Get that money. Get it in your Alt account. Boom. Now you're in the game and you can bid on that Kobe Bryant card. When the Michael Vick card sells next week or the week after, you get the rest of your money. You're made whole and you're good to go. It's just a way to get access to a little bit of cash early. And again, that is a snap to sell is what it's called, and it is a feature that Alt offers to anybody out there that's got graded cards that wants cash quick. Thank you guys, as always, for watching. Let me know what stood out to you. How about that Jordan Jambalaya next week? I'm very anxious to see where that card ends up at. It is already really, really moving and trucking along with 50,000 pre-BP, so we'll see where that thing lands. Thank you guys, as always, for watching. I hope this gets your weekend off to a great start. Have a great weekend with friends and family. Have fun. Be smart. Stay safe. Thank you guys for collecting. Keep collecting. Keep collecting. Stay positive in the hobby. And peace.